What's up, Fantasy Champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now, with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network.
Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm a raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm so nation. No matter the location, from OAK, LA to LV, I'm a raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm a raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm so nation. No matter the location. This got that 83.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. What is going on, y'all? What is going on? It is your boy Darian coming to you live with another video, another live stream, Raiders live stream at that. It is early in the morning. It is 10 a.m. And we are here with a guy that I watch, subscribe to. And I've been watching for a long time now. He's a diehard Eagles fan. Been doing this thing on YouTube, Mr. Lord Brunson himself. What's going on, man? Good morning to you, brother.
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me, man. Good morning to you, man. Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for, agreeing to, the schedule change, man. How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling great. I mean, little change of the weather in Philadelphia. You know how it goes. But I'm pretty confident about this weekend's game. I seen you in Philly Mike's podcast. I had to do some research last night on y'all talking about the game, man. But I let the people know, for people that the Raider Nation that don't know, let them know, what type of work you do over there on your channel.
Oh yeah. So I do Philadelphia Eagles work, man. I report on important stuff that involve other franchises as well, like the Sixers. I really don't do no baseball or nothing like that, but you could just type in Lord Brunson and you'll find exactly what I do, man. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, I don't know what's going on with my voice. Like, it's always something that happens with me. Like yesterday, I had another a smaller YouTuber, King in the building. She's a Eagles, Sixers flyer. She does all that, and my internet was going out. And then now this morning, I got this. So I got some tea with me. I'm good. It's all good. But let's get straight into it, man. Let's get straight into it. We both from Philadelphia. I know I'm a Raiders fan. We talked about it, behind the scenes. I let you know I was back and forth as a kid, but I gravitated more to the dark side. I gravitated more. And this week has just been family divided.
I bet for you.
Family divided. My aunts and my uncles on the West Coast, like, oh, we gonna kick the Eagles, but da 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 da. And then Eagles. Listen, the group chat's been going off since like all week, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing this.
Exactly.
I'm keeping it neutral.
That's another reason why I jumped right to this opportunity, because I don't know many Raiders fans. You know what I mean? And then I don't know many Raiders fans from Philly. So I'm like, okay, let's do this. I'm like, yeah, we're going to talk about it. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, last time y'all beat us, it was a 7-touchdown game by Nick Foles. I was in the building for that, and that was really kind of embarrassing. Really kind of embarrassing to see. But my Raiders is 4-2. The Eagles is 2-4. What expectations you have for this Eagles offense, man? I know Nick Sirianni, y'all been getting on him since he's been play calling. Like, what's your expectation?
Well, my number one expectation, man, before we even can talk about, win, you know what I mean? My number one expectation is to see competent football. You know what I mean? I'm a firm believer that, before you can even talk about winning, you got to play competent football. And that means Jalen Hurts, some of that falls on Jalen Hurts' shoulders as well. He got to step up in the pocket and do what he's supposed to do as a quarterback. Coaches got to call good, timely plays. and the offense and the defense got to mitigate penalties. All that equals up to competent football. Once you do that, that competent football should equal up to a win, because it's very rare in the NFL that you're going to win by not playing competent football. And
Mhm.
ironically, that's how we got our last win. It was ugly. It wasn't a lot of competent football, but we still end up finding the win. That ain't going to work against the Oakland Raiders team. So I think what I want to see more than anything is competent football on both sides of the ball. I don't want to see a game where the defense holding their own and offense not holding their own, or vice versa. I want to see competent football. You know what I mean? I'll be happy with that. You know what I mean? Just show me some competent football. Then I believe that will translate into a win.
That's how I feel about the Raiders, because it been for years. It's always been, oh, our offense can do something, and then our defense was terrible for the last couple of years. We bring in Gus Bradley, top 5 in sacks this year. I don't even know that we're 25th against the run, but we still, when it comes to QB pressures, we're top 5 in that. So, what do you feel like, your offensive line against our defensive line? Because we have a lot of rotation with a young Darius Fowline, with a Quentin Jefferson, Carl Nassib, Max Crosby, Yannick Ngakoue. Like, how do you feel like the offensive line is going to hold up against our defensive line?
I think it depends on the game plan. Like when I look at the Philadelphia Eagles, I feel like, our team is, formatted to run the ball. Like we got kind of like, they're not smaller offensive linemen, but we got offensive linemen that like to get out and hit. You know what I mean? Get out and be lead blockers. You know what I mean? I think that's what you would put a rugby player on your offensive line for, because he's athletic enough to run. I'm talking about Jordan Mailata in that sense.
Right.
So
Yeah.
if we just stand back and posture ourselves in a position to just let the defense pin their ears back and expect pass from us, then I think you lose the game. You got to get your offensive linemen to be physical and kind of wear down some of those guys that you named. Like, we know Ngakoue is a beast. Crosby is just like piquing my interest more and more every week, the way he turning up. So you got to go out there and be physical with these guys. We can't just sit back in a pass defensive stance and allow them dudes to feast, because they will feast. You know what I mean? So I think we got to match their energy, man. And I hope that's something that we could do as far as offensive line go.
Yeah, because I think the last time we got a win in Allegiant Stadium was against a mobile quarterback like, Jalen Hurts, and that was against Lamar Jackson on Monday night. So my thing is, for us to beat the Philadelphia Eagles, we're going to have to kind of contain Jalen Hurts, because he's an athlete. The guy can ball out. I watched him. I watched him at Oklahoma. I watched him at Alabama. I just think I feel like when I see Jalen Hurts play, he wants to run the ball, but he don't want to upset his coaches. And I just feel like you're a dual threat. You need to use your legs more, because I feel like if you would have used his legs more against Tampa Bay, I think y'all could have had a lot of first downs with him.
I agree. I agree with that. But then, the running theme around Philly, as you know, you live in the city, the running theme is that this guy, is bailing out in the pocket too fast. But, you got to kind of look at it like this. Like, what is he supposed to do when you got free rushers like Shaq Barrett just running off the edge, flushing him out of the pocket? Now, Ngakoue is capable of doing the same thing. So I think the Philadelphia Eagles also got to do everything they can do to help their offensive line in terms of chip blocking, bringing extra help to sides where the pressure is getting, overwhelming. You just can't let dudes have their way like we did with Shaq Barrett, because all that does is make Jalen Hurts leave the pocket and don't give him the opportunity to stand firm in the pocket and deliver a pass. You know what I mean?
So what is going on with Miles Sanders, man? What is going on with this running the ball one time in the first half? Like, do you feel like Nick Sirianni is going to mix it up against us? Do you think he's going to give Miles Sanders the ball early?
I mean, look, I have no reason to believe he'll change anything. If you want me to be honest, yeah, way too many chances. You know what I mean, to rectify the situation with Miles Sanders. I think it's a combination of Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts for why Miles Sanders isn't getting the ball. Because we all know RPO was designed for the quarterback to fill the defensive line, and if that defensive line is bearing down off the edge, then you hand the ball off to the running back. If you think the defensive lineman is cheating and trailing the running back, then you keep it and run. Nick Sirianni has to understand that calling the running back's number is just important as calling the RPO. Call the number. Say this play is for Miles Sanders. That way your offensive line is on the same page. They know they run blocking this on this play. Everybody's on the same page. Because if your offensive line is run blocking and Jalen Hurts hold the ball, you get them crazy penalties, illegal man downfield, or you get holes where blitzes come. You know what I mean? Just call the dude number. You know what I mean? It's a combination of both of those guys, man, and just the play calling, just the play calling being flawed, in my opinion.
Especially when it's called run pass option. You have to run first
Exactly.
before you have the pass option. So, Nick Sirianni, I just really hope that you have a good play calling. Me personally, I think he should give up play calling and give it to his OC. That's just me.
I think he should. I think he should as well. You know what I mean? The run pass option is really, really hindering us because, really, in my opinion, it puts Jalen Hurts in the box. You know, like everybody's getting the notion as that's all he can do. We're doing the RPO because this is the only system he could run. His best throws came from under center and a 5-step drop back. Like the dude could throw the ball. You know what I mean? Just make it simple. You know what I mean?
Just gotta simplify it for certain quarterbacks, man.
Exactly.
You gotta make it manageable.
Exactly. And you got to have a certain level of, football experience to even be running the RPO, in my opinion, because you got to feel the defense. You got to know when it's a good time to hand it off and when it's a good time to keep it, because that also accounts into, keeping the game plan in flow. You know what I mean? I think it's just too much on the quarterback to decide that and run for his life and deliver a good pass in his second year and his 10th start. You know what I mean? Simplify it.
Okay. So now this matchup, from what I've heard, that Devontae Smith is letting the Eagles know that if Henry Ruggs is in a bunch formation, he's running the post. That's not absolutely true at every time. So Devontae Smith, understand that you know your guy. That's your bro from Alabama. I know. But how do you feel your secondary go up against the multiple receivers that we have, like the Wallers, Renfro, Ruggs, Brian Edwards, Zay Jones at times, and then Keandre coming out the backfield? How do y'all think your secondary goes up against our receivers?
I like it, man. We got a top 5 pass defense in the National Football League. I think that suits well for us. You know, when the Raiders tend to have their way with people, from what I've seen this season, Henry Ruggs get off. You know what I mean? When Henry Ruggs is getting off deep, then it's really, really hard to stop the Raiders. So I feel like that our pass defense is going to be up for the task, especially if we can get some pressure on your boy. Damn, I'm forgetting his name. What the hell? Your quarterback.
Derek Carr,
yeah. Especially when you get some pressure on Derek Carr, you could kind of rattle him a little bit. But he's also playing really, really well as well. I think he's playing better than he's played, in a really long time. You got to pick your poison, man. If you take Waller out the game, I'm real confident in our secondary. I'm very confident in our secondary.
I'm saying though, because I'm kind of nervous about that matchup. I've been saying to a lot of Eagles YouTubers, like, if this defensive coordinator for the Eagles put linebackers on Darren Waller, that is going to be a mismatch for the game.
I don't think he's going to do that though, because you
put a corner.
I think so, because I looked at his track record. So when we played Kyle Pitts, everybody was revering about his speed. We played the Atlanta Falcons week 1. It was a lot of Avonte Maddox on Kyle Pitts because he's fast. And the Maddox got the speed to also be able to jump a route. We played Travis Kelce as well. No, I don't want to skip the Dallas game. In the Dallas game, we put linebackers on their tight end, and he had his way. Then we went back to putting corners on. We went back to putting corners on Travis Kelce. You know what I mean? And then we just lived and died with either Kelce or Hill. Hill had his way, but we took Kelce out the game. The Raiders, respectfully, don't have a Tyreek Hill, but they got a Darren Waller. I think, the way I'm looking at it, I think he found something. I could put a corner on Darren Waller so he can't beat nobody, just flat out beat him. It'll be a fight for the ball, at least at the minimum. And then I could, just let my cornerbacks like Darius Slay and Steven Nelson, run with Ruggs. And, you got to live and die with something. But if you put a linebacker on Darren Waller or you don't double him, it's a recipe for disaster, I think.
And that's what makes it so dynamic, because even Foster Moreau is another tight end that could come in, and it could be a 2 tight end set, and you'll know both of them go out for routes, or one stay in, another one go out for routes. Exactly. So you just never know with our offense, knowing that we're a little bit unpredictable now that we have Greg Olsen calling the plays instead of John Gruden with all that stuff. Now I know that we coming off of a division win, and I know that it was very emotional, but I feel like excuse me for the voice and everything, but
you good.
I'm getting it through. But Raider Nation, I know my voice is jacked up. It's it's the weather in Philadelphia. It got me. It caught me. It caught me. So I just feel like our secondary against your receivers, I think we have a chance too. Even though
Yeah.
Casey Hayward has not been thrown to, he's been on the island by himself. He has not been thrown to. He's been thrown to one time against Denver, and Teddy Bridgewater way pass overthrew Cortland Sutton on that big
Mhm.
play. But outside of that, Casey Hayward has not had a touchdown scored on him. How do you feel that matchup between Devontae Smith, which I think is your number one, and then you
Yeah.
got Jalen Rager, Quez Watkins, and you got some other guys. But how do you feel that matchup is going to be on Casey Hayward and Devontae Smith?
I would say y'all definitely have the upper hand in that matchup because Devontae Smith is a rookie. Casey Hayward, is having a really, really good season at the same time. But we gotta simplify the game. We know Devontae Smith is a master at route running already. Let's get the ball in his hands. We can't run away from Casey Hayward. You know what I mean? This guy is our number one wide receiver. Get him 10 attempts a game. And that's just some of the things that the Philadelphia Eagles, haven't done. And we're going to have to, challenge Casey Hayward. Then on the flip side, though, you got Darius Slay, who's also in the same boat as Casey Hayward. People ain't throwing at Darius Slay. Darius Slay has literally locked down everybody he played this year. And to kind of put a spin on the question you just asked me, I like our matchup against Slay and whoever your number one is over you guys' number one and Devontae Smith. I think Devontae Smith he'll find some success somehow, some way. The defense will lose and something will happen, man. So it's just, looking at Casey Hayward and the matchup with Devontae Smith, he damn sure could overpower him. It's a lot that can happen, man. This game is going to be a good game, dog. I'm telling you.
I agree. I feel like when I said, okay, we're going to play the Eagles, I didn't know what to expect when the actual schedule came out. I didn't
Mhm.
expect y'all to be 2-4 right now. I knew that that Nick Sirianni came from Frank Wright over in Indianapolis. I'm like, okay, he has a little bit of what Frank Wright does. But when I start figuring out that y'all don't run the ball, I'm like, what is going on? Y'all got a talented guy that's just similar to Keon Drake in some sorts that can run the football, that can catch the ball at the backfield. You just
Mhm.
got to have the right place set up for him. And now I just feel like Ruggs is our number one, but I feel like our breakout is going to be Steven Nelson versus Brian Edwards. That's the matchup I'm really looking for on the other side of the ball. That's what I'm
Mhm.
looking for because Brian Edwards, he reminds me of a Michael Crabtree. And Steven Nelson played really good last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But I'm just feeling that now, okay, you got Slay on Ruggs, Steven Nelson on Brian Edwards. Who is that slot guy that's going to go up against Hunter Renfro? If you see Hunter Renfro all year, you see the
Mhm.
guy has great footwork. He's a yak guy. So I feel like that's going to be another mismatch in our favor when it comes to Hunter Renfro because wherever he lines up, no matter if it's on the outside, inside, jet sweeps, he's everywhere all over the field. So how do y'all, expect to try to stop Renfro as well?
That's going to be a tough one, man, because, Jonathan Gannon, our defensive coordinator, he came out and basically said, he doesn't really have a dime package set. And if the Raiders decide to spread us out, you got to have that type of set. Because, like I said, I prefer Avonte Maddox, who was our third cornerback, on
Mhm.
Darren Waller. So now what do you do with Henry Renflow in that situation? We do have Zach McPherson, but I haven't seen a lot of him. I mean, we do have safeties. You know what I mean? Maybe you could put a safety on Darren Waller from time to time. And if Henry Renflow is lined up in the slot, then you put Maddox in the slot. That's probably a better overall matchup. But you guys got some weapons and it's all about. I think it comes down to how much pressure can we get on Derek Carr. How much pressure? Because we
Right,
play a lot
right.
of zone, and is Derek Carr willing to be patient and let routes flow through the zone, and look for guys, or will he get antsy and force things depending on the pressure? Now, my question for you is, how do you block Javon Hargrave, who got 6 sacks already? You know what I'm saying? And Derek Carr is not as mobile as he used to be, but he still can get out there and run.
Mhm.
But I think we got some dogs on the defensive line that's going to make him move off his spot a little bit. You just got to pray that Derek Carr is accurate or not in these situations.
Now, if I am Greg Olsen and as an OC for the Las Vegas Raiders, for Hargrave and Fletcher Cox for those DTs, you gotta get the ball out quick.
Hmm.
You gotta dink and dunk against them. And that's why I feel like Greg Olson's going to look at, because Hargrave is a monster. He's one of those guys that you cannot forget, especially with the offensive line that's been struggling for us this year, knowing that we lost, Rodney Hudson. We lost, Gabe Jackson. Richie Incognito has not been available for us all year. So, and we lost Denzel Good to a torn ACL. So our offensive line is still young. But if you want to get the ball out of Derek Carr's hands, it's going to have to be fast and quick against these DTs, because Fletcher Cox ain't no slouch and Hargraves ain't no slouch. So I'm not really too worried about your defensive ends. I feel like we can run the ball on your defensive ends with Josh Jacobs and Keon Drake. It's just those D tackles that I'm really concerned about. If Leatherwood has been moved from tackle to guard, that's a good move. You got Brandon Parker on the outside. You got Colton Miller on the other side. So I think we could run towards Barnett, and I think it was Josh Sweat on the other side, if I'm not mistaken. I think we could run, on the outsides against y'all when it comes to that. So it's really going to come down in the trenches on how this game is going to be won for me.
I think so too. I think so too.
And I think Jalen Hurts is going to be mobile. We're going to have Denzel Perriman, our middle linebacker. That's been very well this year, been very good this year. I think he's going to be that QB spy, and I think he could get really, really downhill. But for your Eagles offense, what's one person that you looking for? What's the one person on our defense side of the ball that the Eagles should look at? Should be Nate Hobbs? Should it be Jonathan Abram? Like, what's that one guy you think outside of the defensive line? What's that one guy that the Eagles should pinpoint?
Now that you said outside of the defensive line, my guy is the defensive line. It's Crosby, man. Crosby just, I got to keep it real, man. I've been thinking about Crosby all week and how he's affected a few games this season. And that's just a nightmare for, a young quarterback. Crosby can get his hands up and bat a ball down. Crosby could come off the edge. Crosby can bull rush. I mean, the dude is legit, man. And, this is like my first year really, really hearing about him, to be honest, man. I know he's probably putting in some work, but it's Crosby, man. And your cornerback that you mentioned earlier as well. Those are two guys that I would be mindful of where they are. You know what I'm saying? Now, with your cornerback, I will say this. If Devontae Smith is on him, you still got to throw the ball to Devontae Smith.
Right.
You got to throw the ball to Devontae Smith. Let Devontae Smith work out. Let him get some work in, but be smart about how you do it. But you definitely got to pay attention to Crosby, man.
So you think, even though Jonathan Abram is that hard-hitting safety that we have, he plays back, he plays up with the linebackers, and he's a hard-hitting safety. It's not one. So you outside of Max Crosby, if Jalen Reagor or Quez Watkins go across that middle and Jonathan Abram is there, that guy is going to lay the wood. I'm telling you.
I mean, you
gotta watch out for Jonathan Abram.
That's his job though, and that's I think our defensive coordinator has the game plan for that. Because if it's me, if I see Jonathan Abram coming down into the box, I'm thinking of a blitz. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking of a blitz. So what am I going to do in that situation? You probably can find a lot of success when he's in the box if you're dumping it off to one of your running backs.
Right.
And as opposed to worrying about him in the secondary, we don't throw across the middle. We're the least, we have the least success in the National Football League throwing across the middle. So they're going to have to find another way to make him effective unless we magically decide to start throwing across the middle this week, but we're dead last. So, based upon how we've been playing, I got to give it to the defensive line, man. We got to hold them dudes in check.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I'm worried about when it comes to this defensive line for the Eagles. I am concerned about that, because even with Barnett, I know Barnett been getting on your nerves with all these these defensive offsides. I know that he been killing y'all with that. And even though I did some Eagles games this year, and some of my people that's part of my sports network did some Eagles games, and them Eagles fans was going off like Derek Barnett needs to be traded. So when it comes to this game in itself, do you feel like this defense can get any turnovers against our offense? Because our offense really don't give up too many turnovers lately. Derek Carr is really good with the football, especially getting it to the person right then and there. If we do return the ball over, who do you think could get that turnover? Would it be up front? Would it be that secondary? And even your linebacker core. I think your linebacker core is the weakest part of your defense, in my
I
opinion.
agree. I agree. I think it's going to be the defensive line. I think it'll be a strip sack most likely. Carr's been really careful with the ball, but our defense got 3 picks in the last 2 weeks. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? All in the secondary. So it's all about, I think, how the game flows. I think we could catch Carr slipping by him holding on to the ball too long. And then he's gonna have to be reminded after that. Like, listen, I gotta go through my progressions and I gotta get this ball out of here. You know what I mean? But to your point, like our edges are weak, I think, kind of by name. Sweat is not that bad, and
Right.
Barnett is not that bad. When he's using his head, and they got some speed and power combination. So maybe we can catch cars slipping. You know what I mean, and get a strip sack. I think that'll be the most common way for a game like this.
Absolutely. And for everybody that's in the chat, y'all, we got 46 deep in the chat. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Lloyd Brunson's channel. The link is definitely in the description. He keeps it real. That's why I was like, let me get him on the channel, because like the way you keep it real with your Eagles, I keep it real with my Raiders.
Yeah,
Win,
you
lose, or
got to.
draw, I keep it a buck. People be like, oh, just worry about no. I'm letting it be known. If it's poop, it's trash,
Hmm.
then it's trash. I'm letting it be known. So
Yeah, you definitely. It only pays. It only pays. To be that way because we all see the product that's on the field. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
me being a huge Jalen Hurts supporter, you know what I mean? It's kind of discouraging at times, if you want me to be honest, about the way that the game plan is
Yeah.
flowing. Because I feel like that if you just implement certain things, you could have much more success out of your offense. This offense is the biggest question mark for me going into this game because I don't know what Nick Sirianni is going to do. This is the first time in my life being an Eagles fan that I have no idea what's going to happen on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what this dude going to do next week or on Sunday. You know what I mean? And that's a scary feeling to be in. I'm scared that he had too much time to think about it because we was on the long week. We played
Right.
Thursday. I'm like, man, he might have overthought this and come out with 3 Hail Marys in a row.
I agree. I agree. That's how I kind of felt about John Gruden being here. That's how I felt about John Gruden being here, because when Gruden was here, I think he held his office back
Hmm.
so much. And he went back to that old school 2002, 2000 type of offense. I'm like, you can't run that in today's game.
Yeah,
The game is
exactly.
too fast already.
Hmm.
You can't have Derek Carr do seven-step drop backs from under center. You can't do that no more in this league. The way the
You can't.
defenses are fast, the offensive line can't hold that. A lot of offensive linemen can't hold that long anyway. A lot of offensive linemen like to get in space. So that's what I'm like. I really hope that Greg Olsen came in and he did a fine job. He put Keon Drake in the right places. Now that comes to my next question. Now, Keon Drake and Josh Jacobs with this running game, how I think that we could be very effective against the run. Y'all let Leonard Fournette dominate y'all. I
Fournette
was,
been
I, I
cooking the
was
last 2 weeks, though.
like,
Fournette
I'm
been
sitting
cooking the
here
last two
like,
weeks.
even though I got Leonard Fournette in my fantasy, I was like, he is balling today. He's balling like, what is going on?
Right.
And Singleton, your middle linebacker, is just garbage. I'm
I
sorry to
think so
say.
too, man. I think so too.
I don't know where y'all got him from, where he came
The
from.
CFL,
Oh, that
and we
explains
made
a
him, and we
lot.
made him, and we made him a captain. He's a captain. I mean, we got to, it's crazy. Now he could hit, but he's always out of position to deliver the
Yes.
hit. You know what I mean, or to make the good tackle. Now he don't really be giving up on the plays, but I don't think we got the right combination of linebacker on the roster, or the right combination of linebacker even on the field at times. I think Davion Teller is much more effective, but he's smaller. You know
Right.
what I mean? He's fast. He can get to the ball, but he's smaller. So I think he's more of a coverage guy. But yeah, man, I think you were about to get into y'all run. Y'all run worry me because Drake can catch and
Mhm.
run,
Yeah.
and and Josh Jacobs can wear a defense down and saw the game away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard to stop that combination, man. Y'all got the combination that the Eagles should have had. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They got
Yes,
the
and I do
combination that the
like
Eagles should have had.
Gainwell too, because Gainwell is a good running back that don't get utilized at all.
Exactly.
And I
Exactly.
and I feel like I really hope. I mean, I'm not hoping it, but Miles Sanders and Gainwell at least get more touches than what they did this season. I really want to see how effective this Eagles run against our run defense because I think this is a challenge. Miles Sanders is a different type of running back, and I
Yeah.
really think, even though with Melvin Gordon and their other running back for Broncos, they both had 50 yards each. So that was 100 yards total, which is still not bad for a Raiders defense because we've been bad against the run. We've been bad against the pass. We've just been bad for the last decade when it comes to the defense side of the ball. So now us bringing in Gus Bradley, it definitely changes a lot. So, man, this is going to be a tough. I feel like this is going to be a tough game. Y'all think it's going to be a trap game. What makes you think this game is going to be a trap game for us?
Because our only wins have come on the road. So we're a little more comfortable on the road. For some reason, we haven't won at home yet. We're a little more comfortable on the road, and I think we just got like some type of heart. Sometimes it just come down to heart. We got a little more heart on the road than we do at home for some reason. This is also a trap game because we know what y'all weak points are. Y'all weak points are, your run defense. I think what are y'all like 25th or something like that? And
He's
run
like
defense.
25th against the run.
Yeah, y'all weak points are run defense. It's up to us to see if we're gonna try to exploit it because Dallas ain't good against the run either, and we came out and
Right.
didn't run the ball. So it's up to us to see if we're gonna grow up and look at the analytics. You know what I mean, and see
Right.
what we should be implementing against y'all. You know what I mean, to make it a trap game or not.
So we got a question for you here. It says, "How do you feel about having the coach that won you a Super Bowl and then a year or two remove him and he gets fired? I don't understand that."
Well, it's a horrible feeling because I absolutely know that Doug Peterson wouldn't have Jalen Hurts looking this bad. You know what I mean? He would still need some things he has to work on, but I think Doug Peterson been winning a Super Bowl and been dealing with a Carson Wentz, a Nick Foles, and a Jalen Hurts, and he's a former quarterback. He would have helped him correct some of the deficiencies. So it's just an overall blow, man. We got a statue in front of the stadium, you know what I mean, for the Philly play call, and neither player is a part of the franchise in any capacity. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah, that is kind of weird having no longer Doug Peterson there. I mean,
Yeah.
Do you feel like is it reminding you a little bit with Nick Sirianni and Doug Peterson? I know Doug Peterson will run the football, but do you feel like the play calling wise is it kind of similar? Is the reason why Doug Peterson was out the door?
I think the failure to adjust and the failure to adjust was eyebrow raising, but I ultimately honestly believe the real reason he's out the door because the Philadelphia Eagles as a fan base has too much influence. We one of those we one of those fan bases that if we make enough noise on Twitter or whatever we do about a certain player or a certain situation, they'll most likely be gone. That's what adds to the mystique of it being a hard place to play here. Like if you don't please these fans and and go out there and win on Sundays or at least be competent, then somebody gonna have to go sooner or later. And pleasing the fans don't mean trying to call a Philly special again. It mean winning at all costs. Even if it's smart and it looks boring, you just gotta win. So I think ultimately, the fans made enough noise, you know what I'm saying, and it got Doug and Carson out of the door.
And if y'all do have any, let me see, EC Everett says, do the Eagles have a QB coach? Hurts footwork is really bad. He has happy feet, clicks his heels, sets and hops, and sets bad angles on his targets and short hops is selling wide. Not good.
Yeah, I agree with that. We do.
Who was your QB coach?
I think our QB coach is one of Jalen Hurts' long time coaches, a guy that was offensive coordinator at Florida, I think. Damn, what's his name? I can't think of his name off top, but Jalen Hurts knew him for a while before he even came, for the Philadelphia Eagles. So I think he was hired, to help bring Jalen Hurts along. But you can list all the bad things about Jalen Hurts. In my opinion, I look at a bunch of quarterbacks first 10 games and they all had the same problem that Jalen Hurts is having. I looked at Lamar, I looked at Josh Allen, I looked at Kyler Murray, I looked at Baker Mayfield. I'm looking at Trevor Lawrence. I'm looking at Zach Wilson. I keep challenging people to find me the guy who had it all figured out in 10, 11 starts. You ain't going to find it. It's just magnified because of the way that the Philadelphia Eagles, the fan base is. Honestly, just magnified by the fan base and the national media and ESPN knowing that if they say anything about an Eagles quarterback, it's automatically going to get clicks. The dude is just learning. You know what I mean? We got to be patient
I
with that.
still think he's a rookie in some sorts, even though he started the last couple of games last year.
Yeah.
I still think he's a rookie. In my opinion, I still think there's a lot of room for him to learn. But you know how Philadelphia is, man. They want to see that success. Living here and me knowing, even with Sixers, Flyers, Eagles, any Phillies, all of that. If you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, if you ain't working hard, these Philly fans are going to get on you. Now, for me living here, I know that, but Hurts ain't getting it like Derek Carr is getting it year after year. Let's just be honest. It's always something about Derek Carr being traded. Are we going to get Deshaun Watson? Are we going to get this guy? Are we going to get that guy? So
it's been a long history with that.
Yeah, it's in the Eagles fans is just as bad as the Raiders fans. I'm telling you that right now. Because now they like how we want Ben Simmons out of here in Philadelphia. Because I'm a Sixers fan and like that's just what it is. How I'm done with Ben Simmons when it comes to that. That's how it is with Derek Carr. But Derek Carr is working hard and he's still getting the scrutiny. So I feel like with Jalen Hurts, I think there's room for him to grow.
Yeah, it's definitely room for him to grow. And he got to tune out the noise, you know?
Right.
He got to tune out the noise, man. He got to just go out there, put his head down, and, try to learn as much as he can learn from this live game action. But, I'm not giving up on Jalen Hurts, because I understand the process. I knew what was going to happen when you dealt Carson Wentz. You're going to be coming in there with a guy who has to grow. And it's up to the Philadelphia Eagles to, make it so. Put some guys around him.
Issue says, is Jalen Hurts the franchise quarterback?
That's kind of hard to tell. I think he has qualities that could develop into a franchise quarterback, but again, you gotta be patient. It's two ways that I look at this. You could look at this from the aspect of a team drafting a quarterback and putting proper pieces around him so he can grow, or you could look at this as an aspect of teams doing the opposite, like what happened with Haskins. There was nobody there to develop Haskins. They really didn't even try to help him. That's the category that Jalen Hurts is falling in, and that's what I'm afraid of for him. You know what I mean? Because if you make a rookie quarterback one-dimensional and don't implement a run game or a heavy set on a goal line, what do you expect's going to happen? And not to mention he had 5 touchdowns called back, either due to penalty or drop. So, if guys do their job to help the rookie quarterback out or the young quarterback out, there's no telling what his stats or his numbers would be, or his wins would be.
Facts. I definitely agree there, especially those touchdowns been called back against Kansas City. We wanted y'all to beat KC so bad, and some of them calls in that game was BS. It was pure BS.
It was.
Especially the offensive pass interference too. That was BS too.
Yeah, you're talking about a game where Jalen Hurts didn't have a drive that resulted in a punt.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you get to the goal line every time, it's a penalty or the play is being called back. So seeing a game like that, even though we technically got blown out, but seeing how fluid he could run the offense and get to the red zone at will, you know what I'm saying? I think he can make a habit of that. Now, when you get in the red zone 4 times and you in the shotgun, what is that? 3, 6, 9, all 12 plays you in the shotgun.
Right.
You know what I mean? How effective do you expect to be?
That's true.
So,
You have Indiana Sports Talk say, how do you feel about letting Wentz go? Should have kept him or stuck with Hurts. Wentz stats is 9 TDs, 1 interception, and 1-on-1 QBR.
Well, yeah, I said, if you're not familiar with my content, all my videos are still up there. I was an advocate of keeping Carson Wentz because I don't think you give up on the quarterback who showed you, what he can do. You know what I mean? Everybody's entitled to a bad year. I was an advocate of not benching him and keeping Carson Wentz. But when I knew what the franchise was going to do, it automatically turned to Hurt season for me because these were actually 2 quarterbacks I believed in. It's not like I didn't believe in either one. I was fine either way. You get from under the contract, then you got a dude you could groom on a rookie contract. Now it seems like we don't want to do the grooming part.
That's basically what Philadelphia is. The grooming does not happen in Philadelphia. Grooming does not mean anything in Philadelphia. They want to win now. They want to see something different. They just want to be okay. Let's try to get a championship now.
Exactly.
Sean Grover, how do you feel about the Eagles linebackers covering Darren Waller?
They better not be. No Eagles no Eagles linebacker don't need that assignment. Then I got a problem with Jonathan Gannon. You got to put a safety at the minimum, a cornerback or a safety at the minimum. I don't want to see a linebacker lined up against him. We had a linebacker on Tyreek Hill in the Chiefs game, 40-yard touchdown.
Oh man,
right? Like, what are we doing? They better not be.
Yeah, listen, they better not be either because I've seen these linebackers play, and I'm just like, how the Eagles did not go out and get any linebackers? Y'all have a history of getting good linebackers, and when it comes to Philadelphia, now you have linebackers that's just anonymous. Like nobody really knows who these linebackers are.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, what is going on in Philadelphia now? I hear all the noise. That's why I'm asking all the questions because I hear all the noise because I live here. So. Are you one of those Eagles fans that want Howie Roseman out?
That's a funny question when you ask me that one, because sometimes in the past I've been going back and forth with it, and I ain't even forgive him for picking Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson yet. I haven't forgave him for not even looking at DK Metcalf. He went right past us as well.
Right.
But I will say this is that Howie Roseman is a phenomenal accountant. He's good at saving money and acquiring assets. We got 3 first-round picks as of right now.
Right.
Howie Roseman does a lot good for the organization, but in ways Howie Roseman tries to be cheap with certain positions. Now, we talk about linebacker. He just don't want to spend a first-round pick on a linebacker. He'll never do it for some strange reason. Now, to answer your question, I can put up with Howie Roseman. I could deal with it. I can deal with it, man, because he's good at trading. He's good at fleecing teams out of good deals. I can deal with Howie Roseman. You know what I mean? I could deal with it, so I don't want him gone. I don't want him gone, not just yet.
Okay, because I know that it's been rumored a lot, and I said this to a lot of Eagles other YouTubers that I did too. It's a lot of rumors about our Raiders, defensive lineman Cleveland Farrell being on the trade block. Now Eagles got 3 first-round picks right now.
If we We're not giving y'all no first-round pick for him,
even though Damon Arnett either.
Nah, you ain't getting no first-round pick out of Howie. This is why I like Howie. That's why I like Howie. Y'all ain't getting no first. Howie gonna put that 4th on the table.
Oh no, man! I want Raiders. I want one of those first, man. I want because like I said, you got 3 first-round picks. Y'all gonna have to hit on those 3 first-round picks.
And this is a real defense-heavy draft. So I think you gotta hit. You know what I mean? I like our odds. If this is the year to have 3 first-round picks, you know what I mean? I would choose this year hands down. Now, what scares me is, are they going to bail on the development and use some first-round picks to try to lure in Russell Wilson or something like that? That scares me. That scares me. You know what I mean? That scares me right there.
Let the Raider Nation know how bad these Eagles fans are. Let them know, because the Raider Nation is, listen, we already think it's only one nation. I don't think y'all say, I think y'all say Bird Gang. I don't think y'all say Eagles Nation. Let these Raider Nation fans know how crazy these Eagles fans can get, because I live here and I explain it, but they don't think, listen, I can't really speak for, the Eagles fans. You see it. You see it more than I do. So let them know, man. Like this, I
don't want to use the term bad. You know what I mean? But they are overly passionate, and I'm the same way. Right. You know what I mean? The way I became an Eagles fan was my grandma started taking me to Eagles games at the vet. You know what I mean? My grandma was a little old lady in the stands, turning up with the Eagles fans. Like, it don't matter the age bracket or whatever. When you go to an Eagles game, even if you're part of the visiting team, you're going to enjoy yourself, because you're going to get booed the whole time you're there. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're going to get booed the whole time you're there. Like, I've never seen nobody like get hurt or nothing like that from like a visitor standpoint. I've seen Eagles fans beat up Eagles fans. It's just different. Yeah, it's just different. You know what I mean? It's just different, man. It's a great atmosphere though, man. If you haven't been to the link, man, I encourage you to go check it out, man. Next time Las Vegas come out there, man. But yeah, you're gonna definitely enjoy yourself.
Absolutely. I actually took my dad to the season opener a while back because my dad never been to an Eagles game, even when it was the vet. I took him when we played Baltimore. I think Flacco was the quarterback at the time, but still, my dad experienced it. Even though I'm not an Eagles fan, being at the link itself was just an experience in itself.
Yeah,
because I've never been either. So those Raiders fans, those Eagles fans are just as delusional as the Raiders fans. Now, our Raiders fans, we come out there painted up, especially when it was back in Oakland. Oh, just imagine trying going to the Coliseum in Oakland. Now, the Allegiant Stadium is a beautiful stadium, so that's why I feel like this game is going to be a great game. So, give me your final breakdown on and your final score for this game going in, because this game is going to be terrific. I really think this game is going to be a good game, and it's going to be very challenging for us and very challenging for y'all, because there's so many ways that both our teams can win this game.
Yeah, I agree.
If our teams can execute it.
I'm looking for, honestly, I'm looking for a bit of a defensive struggle. That's how this game is shaping out to me. For some reason, I feel like that both teams, they find success on the offensive side of the ball, but they have a hard time keeping up with the success because both of the defenses are really, really respectable. I think both defenses do enough to be the strongest, units on the team. And I'm looking for the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game 21-17. And a bit of a defensive struggle, just a bit, Not like a 12-4 game or 12-6 game, just a little bit of more of a defensive struggle so it won't be a shootout.
And before you know it, my partner in crime on the Spotlight Raiders Talk, he's my partner in crime when we do live streams, any of that nature. He popped in my stream, Mr. Hammer's house himself.
What's going on with you?
What's up, brother? Good morning, D. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? I'm struggling with my voice, man. I know I should have texted you, but still.
It's all good. I woke up a little late. I wasn't even gonna go in today. Pops is in the middle of surgery right now, so I was gonna try to do a live of my own. I was like, you know what? Let me just come on in for a couple of minutes before I head out, and let's talk this up a little bit.
So, Hammer, you have any questions for Mr. Lloyd Brunson himself? Because this guy,
first of all, I want to say, speedy recovery to your pops, bro.
Thank you, much appreciated. Thanks. What do you think Jalen Hurts needs to do to beat this defense this coming weekend?
I think Jalen Hurts needs to throw more than run, because this is the kind of defense that, if he gets on the edge, they can track him down. This it's not college, man. And didn't you guys just give Lamar fits, with him trying to leave the pocket? You guys were, pretty much on that. So, I think that they need to look at the Ravens game and see what Lamar Jackson had to do, to come away with a win. So, and Lamar Jackson had to step up and make some throws. So Jalen Hurts is going to have to throw the ball.
Do the Eagles utilize Miles Sanders more this weekend?
No. If I'm betting, I got to bet on what I saw. You know what I mean? I can't just imagine and hope. We've been asking for this for 4 weeks now. You know what I mean? I hope so.
See, just hearing this from somebody that's a diehard Eagle fan and knows his shit, that just made me at ease because I knew I was going to get that.
Right. But listen though, that's the easiest way for us to win, and I just don't think our coaches understand that. You know what I mean? I don't think he understands. I think he's an overthinker. I think he's looking at this like everybody wants me to run so bad, and we're going to make every team guess to see if they're going to be the team that makes us run. He's just going to keep passing the ball.
I'm really interested in this game right now because
me too.
If Miles Sanders don't touch the football, I think it's not. I don't feel like our defense needs to put 8 in the box if he doesn't run the football.
And that's how everybody is playing this right now. Everybody's doing that.
Everybody's playing y'all right now just like that.
Miles Sanders needs 15 touches. He needs 15 touches in this game. Miles or Kenneth. If you could, that's what I'm saying. It ain't happening. He needs 15 touches. 15 touches in this game to keep the defense honest.
Oh man. Especially keep our front four honest at that.
Yeah.
Our front four get to the ball, man.
That's how we can, that's how we can sneak some play action over the top. You bring that safety down in that box that y'all like over there. What's his name? The one that hit hard.
Jonathan
Abram.
Abram.
Right.
Jonathan
If we
Abram.
keeping the defense honest, then he gonna start creeping down. Then boom, play action. You know what I mean? But we gotta get him to start creeping down. Keep him around the line of scrimmage. Don't keep him around the line of scrimmage for passing purposes, because he'll creep down there too. But make him guess.
That's gonna be hard to make a guess because he gets from sideline to sideline. That's one thing about Johnny.
And so does Perryman.
Yeah. So this
Perryman
is
definitely gets sideline to sideline.
I was excited for this one. I'm a little more excited now.
All right, so I do this with every Eagles YouTuber that I've been on, and I ain't gonna lie, I took this from my guy Bird Game 51. Yeah, I did a channel with him, but give me your all-time Philadelphia Eagles team starting with your quarterback. Who would be your starting quarterback and who would be your backups?
My starting quarterback all time. I mean, you gotta go with Donovan. You know what I mean? I think you gotta go with Donovan. I'm not the biggest McNabb fan, to be honest, but you gotta go with Donovan.
What about Randall Cunningham?
I mean,
he can pick two quarterbacks. I mean,
honestly, I didn't think that far back. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Randall. I'm gonna go with Randall to start, and I'm gonna go with Donovan to back up Randall. I was going to go McNabb and Foles, but I'm gonna go Randall and McNabb. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because then honestly,
you can put Jaworski in there too.
You can put Jaws in there too, but Jaws ain't have the Jaws didn't have the escapability that both of them got. So you could kind of run the same offense, honestly, if you had a Randall and McNabb in. Now my running backs, Westbrook would definitely be one of my running backs. So I would go with Westbrook.
You can pick 3 running backs.
I'm gonna go with Shady to start. I'm gonna go with Westbrook number 1, and my third running back. Oh man, I was a crazy Deuce fan. Crazy Deuce fan. But I'm not gonna go Deuce. I'm gonna go Miles. If you're gonna start Miles, I'm gonna go Miles. I'm not gonna go Deuce. I'm gonna go Miles. I was a crazy Deuce fan. Deuce wasn't as dynamic as Miles, even though
you gotta think of the era that Deuce played in, though.
Yeah, Deuce played in the running era. Yeah, he definitely played in the running era. I'm gonna go Miles. I'm gonna stay with that one.
All right, wide receivers.
I'm gonna stay with that.
4 wide receivers.
4 wide receivers. I'm going with Harold Carmichael.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going T.O.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Let me think about this. Irvin Fryer. I was a fan of Irvin Fryer. He was very, very, very dependable. I'm gonna go Irvin Fryer right there, and my 4th guy, Djax.
Almost the same, but my others. But one of them put Jason Avant in there too.
Yeah, Avant was definitely more. I think Irvin Fryer was kind of like the upgraded version of Avant at times.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Let me think. Offensive
Chris
line.
Carter.
Yeah, but that was so brief, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was so brief. But Chris Carter is Chris Carter. So I'm gonna go my O line real quick. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Kelsey. I'm going to go Lane. A lot of our dynamic offensive linemen kind of been as of recent, in my opinion. So I'm going to go Kelsey, Lane. Get kind of fuzzy for me, man. I really like John Runyon. I really like Runyon. Runyon was my dog, so I'm gonna go with Runyon. How many more? I need 2 more. I want to say Brooks, but he ain't been available like that. I got to think about my offensive line. I actually got to think about my offensive line right there for a minute.
Tight end.
Tight end. That's easy for me. How many you want me to get?
2.
Give me Ertz and give me Selleck.
That's what they've been saying.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy.
Boy, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah,
Selleck was that boy.
Selleck was definitely that dude.
It kind of sucks that y'all had to trade Ertz, but I mean, I think you probably saw that coming, right?
Yeah, I saw it coming, man. It's a money thing, man. It's a money thing. I mean, next year, were you going to extend them next year after you still got Dallas Goedert? It had to be done. Yeah. And you got something for it.
Aren't you guys only playing with 1 tight end this weekend?
No. They got a tight end in the draft. I forgot his name.
Yeah, Stoll.
The only one that I saw right now it's available is Stoll. They still isn't
Dallas Goedert is the starter.
Yeah, but is Goddard still on the COVID list, or they take him?
No, he's off the COVID list.
Okay.
He's off the COVID list. Yeah. So
Defense.
okay, yeah,
All-time
defense for sure.
Defensive line.
Defensive line. I'm gonna go with Fletch. Corey Simon was a dog to me.
Mhm.
You know, what I mean, I really like Corey Simon. I'm gonna go with Javon Curse and BG.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Javon Curse and BG on my edges. Linebacker.
Wait. You're missing somebody right now.
Who? Oh, you want me to say Reggie White? I mean, how do you really
Hello?
like? I thought that was just like cheating though. Like
No.
No,
trying to-
This is
bro.
your
This is an all-time
all-time list.
Okay,
If you
all
don't
right.
have Reggie White
Reggie
there,
White. Reggie White, Fletch. I'll take Corey Simon off. Reggie White and Fletch for sure. And then I'm gonna still go with the freak, and I'm gonna go with BG. My cornerbacks.
Because you know,
I know I'm
linebacker.
forgetting a lot of
You got to
people.
put Trotter at linebacker.
Yeah, you got to put Trotter at linebacker.
Of
I know I'm missing a lot of people. I know I'm going to miss somebody. I know you're going to stop me again. You know, I know you're going to stop me again.
I'm from New York. I can name certain guys on the Eagles
said
all the
Jerome
time and be
Brown,
like, what
too.
about this dude?
Right? No, yeah. I feel you though, but you know, damn. So Asante Samuel was really, really good for us.
Yes.
So I really, really like Asante Samuel right there. You know, I'm bad with names to an extent. I'm trying to remember everybody that was a part of Gang Green. I know we had a damn, what's the cornerback's name, man?
What about
Maybe?
Nnamdi Asomugha?
Nah, get him out of here. Get
Who's
Nnamdi
the
out
other
of
one?
here,
What's
man.
the face?
You see, he was good with us, though. He
Yeah,
was
get
good
Nnamdi
with
out of
us.
here.
Herm Edwards?
Herm Edwards was a cornerback?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nah, he was. I like Troy Vincent. I want Troy Vincent.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
I want Troy Vincent, man. I want Troy
Okay.
Vincent and I want Asante. It was another one on the opposite side of Troy Vincent. How am I forgetting this door? Bobby Taylor was good too.
Yes. Bobby
Yes.
Taylor.
Bobby Taylor was good. So you already know I'm gonna go with Brian Dawkins for
Yeah.
sure.
Hell yeah.
I feel like I'm missing. I really
that's one of my
feel like
favorite
I'm
DBs.
really,
I
really
think you're
missing.
missing somebody, too. I can't think of
Yeah,
the
I feel like
name.
I'm missing somebody in the secondary, man.
We're not. They said Darius Slay. You want to put Slay on there?
This is all time,
Nah.
guys.
I can't put Slay on the
got
all-time
here.
list. Not yet. I can't put Slay on, even though Slay been locked down since he got here.
Yeah.
But Asante Samuel, he just was a master at jumping routes. And Troy Vincent and Bobby Taylor, man, they just were good on the outside, man, for years.
I do feel like you're missing somebody.
Right.
Though.
I feel like I'm
not
missing
too
somebody in the
sure.
secondary.
I don't know. Like, I don't. Okay, Dawkins, Vincent, Bobby Taylor.
Who was a part of Gang Green? I feel like it definitely was somebody in the secondary. Let me see, man.
I don't know. See, my pops. If I call my pops right now, he'll probably tell you
Exactly,
ASAP.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna look up the cornerbacks in like all time. Leo Shepard.
Nah. He ain't
Shepard?
over Troy. It ain't Lito. It ain't Lito. It ain't Lito.
Eric Allen?
Eric Allen. That's who it is.
Okay.
That's who it is.
And you had Sheldon Brown too.
Yeah, Sheldon Brown wasn't a bum. But you know, sometimes you just got good dudes. But Eric Allen was like, he was a beast in the 80s.
Yeah,
Eric Allen was a beast.
Definitely.
I'm not missing the safety. So I'm gonna go Brian Dawkins. And I kind of got to go Malcolm, man, the way he was the leader of the Super Bowl team. So I'm going to go Malcolm and B-Dog.
Malcolm and B-Dog back there at the same time.
In their primes, yeah. That would be crazy.
That would be nasty.
Right.
My God. So even though that you're an Eagles fan, right? I know every fan has a favorite Raider player of all time that they love. I know they do. Every team has it. And I know that you're probably going to pick the obvious, but if you had to pick,
what do you think the obvious is?
Charles Woodson.
Hell yeah.
Charles Woodson is the obvious, but I want to hear something different. I know you know your history when it comes to football, bro. I know you had that knowledge, bro. Outside of Charles Woodson, who else do you think that could be one of your favorite Raiders players of all time?
My guy, honestly, man, was Tim Brown. Honestly. I like Tim Brown, man. Now Charles Woodson is Charles Woodson,
right?
But Tim Brown, he was it was slightly underrated to me, but he was on that level with everybody else at the same time. If that makes any sense, I kind of like the
He wasn't a
underdogs.
diva like these receivers are now.
Exactly. He just went out there and did his work. He reminds me of who's like that today. Allen Robinson is kind of like that when he got a competent quarterback. You know he could really, really play. He's really, really good, but he's not going to complain. You're not going to hear much about him. Also, the kid in Seattle, not DK, the other one.
Tyler Lockett.
Just go out there and put in work. You know what I mean? That's so I like guys like that.
People in the chat saying Marcus Allen, Bo Jackson. Bo was definitely a favorite for a lot of people because he played multiple sports. Because he was a Raider, but he played multiple sports. So
it's a lot, man. Y'all got a deep history, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do. So Hammer, I'm gonna ask you the same question because I know I got this question answered. So your Raiders of all time.
Oh God! Don't put me on the spot right now.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, man. Listen. I was over here boiling on my spot, trying to remember names. I want to hear what you guys say.
All right. God
Let's
damn,
start with quarterback, bro.
Quarterback.
Mine was Stabler and Gannon.
Mine is Carr and Stabler.
Oh, you're not putting Rich Gannon in there?
No, because Carr's breaking all his records.
It doesn't matter if he's beating all his records. Well, Gannon did take us to a Super Bowl. I'm just
I'm taking Carr and I'm taking Stabler.
Okay.
Running back.
Not even Plunkett?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Gannon was a dog.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he was a dog.
He was. But...
Philadelphia native as himself, you know?
Yeah, Gannon was a dog.
Running backs. Obviously, Bo. Oh my God, why can't I think of this guy's name right now?
Well, I can say this.
Early 2000s.
We can split the running back with Charlie Gardner.
2000s.
With who?
Charlie Gardner.
Yes, that's who it was. My fault.
Because he played for the Eagles too.
Yeah, Charlie Gardner. Because he was one of those dudes I used to love watching when I was growing up. He was one of my favorite backs. But no, you know what? I take that back. I'll go Bo and Marcus Allen.
You can put three backs up there.
Then it would be Bo, Marcus Allen, and Charlie Gardner.
Receivers.
Tim Brown, obviously. Jerry Rice, obviously.
Didn't you have Randy for like a year?
I don't consider him a Raider.
But he's not a Raider, bro.
To me, he's not a Raider. Never.
Jerry wasn't really ain't no Raider either.
He was more successful than Randy.
He was more successful and more loyal to the team than Randy Moss ever was.
Randy Moss guys for money, man.
I picked the guys who will if they retire, they're gonna retire as an Eagle. Jerry is not gonna retire as a Raider. Well, he didn't retire as a Raider.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But I can understand why you would pick Jerry. I get it.
I would have to put Amari Cooper in there.
No, over Cliff Branch. Over Cliff Branch? Are you serious?
No. Cliff Branch is up there as well.
But you need four though, right?
So yeah. So I'd go Tim Brown, Jerry Rice. What?
You got it's somebody. It's
somebody better than Amari Cooper, bro.
You know what? I'm still just waking up, so bear with me on this. But I think that's who I would have as the top there. Tight ends. Shit.
Come on now. It's that one everybody know about when it comes to the tight ends for the Raiders.
I would say Dave Casper is one of them.
Yes, but the main one.
Who is your main one?
Stickum. Biletnikoff.
Oh, Biletnikoff. Yeah, Fred.
Yeah, but how many do I get?
You get two.
Then it would have to be Biletnikoff.
You got a third? Who's your third?
Yeah, who would be your third?
If I had a third, it would be Todd Christensen. These are guys from way back in the day.
Not too bad. Offensive line.
Oh shit!
I had an issue with this on the other chat, on the other guy Eagles chat. I had an issue with this too.
Jim Otto, Art Shell, Gene Upshaw. That's 3. Don't make me go any deeper than that.
Lincoln Kennedy.
Lincoln Kennedy, of course. I was just talking about him like yesterday. Fuck. I'm just waking up, people. Who else is out there? I'm not putting any dude.
I feel like y'all had a bad offensive line for like 30 years. I know that's a hard one.
Wow, here we go.
I just feel like the offensive line always been questionable. Golick?
Was
somebody
he
said Golick.
No, he was the Eagle.
Oh, I'm reading
Golick
off the
was
chat.
I did Golick.
Oh, you know what? The last lineman, Steve Wisniewski.
Okay, yeah, you could definitely put him up there. Why? Please come on, Savage. You trolling, Trey. Savage troll. He said Alex Leatherwood.
Can I get a mulligan on that draft?
I am not a big fan of Alex Leatherwood. I let the Raider Nation know that already. I am not a big fan of Alex Leatherwood at all.
Is he a center?
No, he's a tackle that just got converted to fucking guard because he couldn't hold his own.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Defense.
We're starting with the line first.
Yes, of course.
Howie Long, obviously. Can I put one of my guys that are currently on the roster? No, I'm joking.
I mean, if you want to, it's all time. You got to think about that because you know how the Raider Nation would get on you.
I know. Greg Townsend.
Yeah.
Interior.
It was Bob Golick. Bob Golick played for the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so the Golick family was involved in the NFL in one way, shape, or form throughout. Yeah. Facts. Interior, at the top of my head right now, I can't even think.
You gonna put Sapp up there?
He's another one that I was iffy about.
What about Mac? Oh, Mac was a linebacker?
Mac was a DN / he was a hybrid. He was a DN / linebacker. I guess I'll put Sapp. If we can just go three D linemen, then yeah, I'll do it.
They are butchering me in the chat about Sapp. They are butchering me right now. They said Sapp, hell no. You can put Justin Tucker's another one too. Like you can't really. I
think he was
Tuck up there. His best years was in New York. But they saying Hendricks, Howie, Russell, and Max.
I want Max on there, especially what he's doing now.
Yeah, I mean you can. I mean, they saying Richard Seymour, but Seymour was at the end of his career there too. So
yep.
Chester McLaughlin was definitely another one.
All right, so what's next? Linebackers?
Yes.
Ted Hendricks. What was that? Rod Martin. I'm going to have to put Mac up there.
Don't forget Romanowski.
And Romanowski. Well, yeah, if we're doing 4, no. I would take Phil Villapiano over. Okay. Romanowski was another one that was a head case.
He was a head case everywhere he went.
Yeah, exactly.
Philly,
steroids are terrible
Raiders. He was a head case everywhere he went.
All right, what do we got next? Corners.
Secondary. Yep, secondary.
Lester Hayes, Mike Haynes, Willie Brown, obviously. I got one more off of that.
Seawood. That's not too bad.
Safeties. George Atkinson, obviously. Dude's a legend in his own.
That was the one clothesline safety I ever seen. When I look at his Raider history stuff, man, he don't think people do backflips.
And how could we forget about the assassin, Jack Tatum? That's it. There's my team. Kicker, obviously. Kicker, of course, fucking Seabass, and my punter would be Shane Leckler. Done.
Yeah, that's why I didn't really ask the kicker for Lord Brunson because of course it would have been Akers.
Yeah, it's the only one. Yeah,
Akers is a legend. That's too easy.
All right, so Nation, for those that aren't here right now, what do you think of my team?
You could put Stu up there too.
Can I just throw him in there as honorable mention?
Yeah, you can put Stu in there.
right,
just make
Stu's
sure
honorable
if he
mention.
calls you or anything of that nature, you just have to explain yourself with Stu.
Oh, I will. The easiest way to explain it: history, bro. History.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, McFadden wasn't bad either for y'all.
He just stayed hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt a lot.
Yo, Watts, it's all time, bro. It's all time.
If you want to go all time bad, Jamarcus Russell is number one for me.
Oh, hell yeah. He's bad for
everybody. For me, all time bad.
Damn. Here we go. Eric is already starting. Mine could have been better. Okay. I'll put Nathan Peterman as my quarterback all time. I'm fucking dying.
And I ain't going to lie. When the Eagles drafted McNabb, y'all did not like that.
Oh, everybody went nuts.
I'll
never forget that.
Yeah, they wanted who was it? Ricky Williams.
Yeah,
they wanted Ricky Williams. I mean, Ricky Williams was a star in college, so
and a pothead on the side.
So the Eagles, they don't know what's good. Sometimes they don't know what's good for themselves. I just come to that conclusion. Like, why would you not take
the Raiders too, though?
Right? Why would you not take a quarterback if you need a quarterback over a running back? They just did.
Who was your quarterback at that time when y'all drafted McNabb?
Was it like Rodney Pete or something? I don't even know.
Rodney Pete?
Jeez. Jeopardy question.
Yeah, right. I don't even know who it was.
That's definitely old school. That's definitely telling our ages if Rodney Pete was the quarterback for the film.
Right. I think it might have literally been Rodney Pete.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think it was like Rodney Pete.
I mean, y'all was right for getting Dominic McNabb if that was the case.
Yeah, in hindsight, yeah.
Because he came out like, okay, he was very underrated coming out, took y'all to 5 NFC championships. And I think that was I think it was more of a blessing than anything. Because
it helped us a lot. Because if you don't draft McNabb and you don't go to those 5 NFC championships, you end up on the list with Washington, Bengals, Miami, a host of teams who haven't been to a championship game in 30 years. You know what I mean?
You guys, the year before Donovan, you had Bobby Hoying, Coy Bettner, and Rodney Pete.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. They were all
That's
trash.
probably why they went quarterback, because of those 3.
They were all trash, yeah. You know what I mean?
Y'all had Ty and Coy Detmer, didn't y'all? Y'all had both?
Yeah, we had both. We had AJ Feely.
Jeff Garcia at one point.
Yeah, we had washed up Garcia.
Vic was there for a short time.
Vic was there for a very short time.
People in the chat were like, put Vic in the all-time. That was way past Vic's prime. You cannot put him on the all-time Eagles team.
But see, they do it because it was an exciting time for us. You got to remember, we just got a Super Bowl. So only thing we could like cling on to was excitement of Deshaun Jackson catching a Michael Vick bomb. You know what I mean? You knew that shit wasn't working in the playoffs. But hey, if it worked week 3, we could be excited for a week. You know, that was, that's all we was, that's all we wanted at that point.
Oh, damn, Kevin Cobb. Jesus Christ.
Corn on the cob. I forgot all about him.
Y'all have many quarterbacks than what we had too. Shit. The way it's going down, like the list is coming out.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go through all the Raiders quarterbacks that we went through. It's a book of them.
And then you really had to make me choose on which quarterback I want all the time. Y'all can judge me all y'all want. I took Carr. Okay? I don't care. Fight me.
So let's get into your final prediction, your score, and what it is for the Eagles to win this game.
Oh, we did that right before he got on. I'll do it again.
I see the score.
Oh, the score 21-17, Eagles.
You really think that? See, I feel like we're being disrespected again.
How y'all being disrespected?
We can score 30+ points on any defense in this league. We really can.
We haven't allowed a 300-yard passer yet. Our pass defense is good. I'm telling you, the offense just got to catch up. The pass defense is really, really good. It's really good. Play around with Slay if you want. I dare Derek Carr to play around with Slay this week.
I'll admit I did throw a pick. I did throw a pick in Madden, and Slay was the one that got that interception. But we still beat the brakes off of y'all.
Into the universe, Hammer. Come on now.
I don't care. We still beat the brakes off of the Eagles 39-8. So I don't care.
You know what Derek Carr better do? Derek Carr better get that ball out of his hands quick. We got nothing to lose.
Right.
Derek Carr better get that ball out of his hands quick. We coming. We coming, man. We coming.
Hammer, with you, how you feeling about this game overall, bro? Because I mean, Lord Brunson I told him already how I feel. Like, so what you feel like going into this game, man? You know, I got to deal with it in Philly. So
going into this game, we going eagle hunting. That's what we doing.
Y'all better come correct.
Raiders the one thing the Raiders need to do, and I said it in my show yesterday, and people right away they went right into the comments like, yes. We have to come out the same way we did last week. Come out fast, come out prepared, get a score on that first drive again. We have to rattle Hurts, spy him, outside edge rushers and Yannick and Max. You guys got to contain Hurts because he can make plays even breaking the pocket. Dude can fucking go sideline to sideline and make something happen. Like Gus Bradley was saying that they were looking at game film. They had to make sure the dude's foot was still in bounds when he was getting throws off on the sideline. So they have to contain him. I think if you rattle him early, he's going to fold quickly. I definitely see that happening. You already said they're probably going to not utilize Miles Sanders like they should be. I'll keep saying it over and over and over again. He is not the running back that everybody was so hype on 2 years ago.
Miles?
Mm-hmm. Offensive line, we need to step up big time, especially Leatherwood. You're getting your second, third week at guard. Just fucking hold your own for now and no stupid penalties because I don't want to see Darian have a heart attack live when you get called for another false start. And then the rest of the weapons on the offense, just do your thing, man. Do exactly what you guys did last week. Run that play action. I've been saying that opening up the playbook was going to help that offense in a big way. Throw in a little bit of the RPO. Throw in some screens. Sky's the limit right now for Raider Nation. 38-17 Raiders.
Y'all not scoring 30.
I think we could score 30. I think we could score 30, but I did have it. See, you gave us 17. Bergay gave us 14. I said 14 points. I don't know about that because I gave him 27-20. I said 20. I think it was going to be closer than expected. But I said you're giving us 17, and he's giving us 14. I said 34-17.
I mean, who really knows what the score is going to be? But I think the Eagles going to get this win.
Like, I can't even really knock you guys. I did watch the game last week against the Bucs. Right. Like, I was watching it at work, and I swore. I was like, yo, they're really hanging in this game. I was like, are we going to see an overtime? I got no disrespect for you guys, but, you come
the game plan is flawed. Yeah, the game plan is flawed.
You're coming into our house, and we going to shine. We definitely going to shine.
And Lloyd Brunson had a point there, too. They play better away than they play home. So we got to come out. We got to come out pinpointing, ready to play because they went into Carolina and won. So I mean, and I picked Carolina that week. Damn it! So
the first 3 weeks, Hurts threw for 716 yards. The last two is only 313. So what's going on there?
What's going on is we're not changing the game plan. Think about it. We played Carolina and we threw a lot of passes behind the line of scrimmage. Carolina was ready for it. Then we come out and do this exact same thing against Tampa Bay. Like if you watch the Tampa Bay and Carolina games, you can see that we're not really trying to attack them unless we're trying to attack them when they can see it coming. We got to mix it up, man. This team, it's so frustrating to even watch and talk about this team.
Shout out to my boy Philly Mike from the Philly Talk podcast. He said it's a 2.5 point spread in y'all home.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't play our best at home either. I'm not going to even sit there and lie.
We're 2-1 at home this year.
Which we are, but we struggled against Miami and Baltimore. Think about that. We struggle more. I think we play better away than we play home.
Bro,
that's just my opinion.
Bro, those games were early in the season. We don't have a certain somebody there. I said
Chicago was just as recent.
Bro, Chicago was when everything fucking happened.
I understand that.
That Friday is when the distraction started. And I'm going to keep saying that shit. That's why we fucking lost. Guys were distracted. He already lost that fucking locker room. That was that. When that shit happened, I kind of felt it. I didn't say it publicly. I didn't put it out there, but I was like, something's it's not going to go well. And it didn't. Point blank, period.
But since y'all won last week. So the distraction thing listen, it's going to slow down. Right. Like Olsen and them, they did good the first week. You know what I mean? It's not going to continue like that. Y'all going to have some hiccups, and we can't use that distraction thing once the Eagles come in there and take care of business.
Ruggs said it the other day in the presser. It was like, it ain't going to go away anytime soon. Like, this is something that's going to continuously be brought up, and I've said it myself. Like, I put a video out last week that, like, if I was on that team right now, if I was one of the captains, I would have held a team meeting. They held that team meeting, but I would have put it out there in that team meeting. We're not going to address this shit. He ain't even here no more. We're not fucking talking about it. Leave it the fuck alone. That's his problem. Go knock on his front door and ask him the fucking questions.
Yeah, well. I hope they keep asking y'all about it. I want y'all as distracted as possible. So I hope they keep asking y'all about it.
He wants to come. Brunson wants to come back 3-4. He wants to come back to Philly 3-4.
I need to, because if we come back to Philly we don't go back to Philly. We go to Detroit after that. So we really got a good chance of being 4-4.
You guys can take this L this coming Sunday, and then you can look forward to beating the shit out of Detroit next weekend.
Shit, we take this L to y'all. Detroit ain't as guaranteed as I would want it to be. Honestly, we looking like, you know what I'm saying? We looking like the first team that could give Detroit they win if we don't call good plays. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be that.
So my question is this then: if Sirianni doesn't get this play calling together or this game flow together, is he out this year?
I want him gone.
Enough said.
I want him gone. You know what I mean? And y'all know I give a lot of people a lot of rope, but we've seen history. He ran the ball 2 times in a football game. It ain't happened in Eagles history in 88 years. It ain't happened in the NFL in 20 years. Dude is making the wrong side of history. You know what I mean? It's just like unprecedented, man.
Who's that, Miles?
Say that again.
Who was that, Miles? You're talking about?
No, Sirianni with the lack of run calling. There's never been a team in NFL history that was even. First of all, we're the most penalized Eagles team in history through 7 weeks. He's just making all type of fucked up history next Sirianni. It's just bad history after bad history at this point.
I don't understand how you didn't hire Eric Bieniemy. I'm baffled by that.
We didn't even interview him.
Front office. You guys blew up that coaching staff, and it has gone to shit ever since.
Well, I mean, look, the same thing happened in Oakland.
Yeah.
The same thing happened in y'all.
Great point.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, like, who's y'all head coach right now? You got Greg Olsen calling plays. That's not going to keep going well.
Our head coach is Bill Goldberg, okay? Who's next?
That's what Rich Versace looks like. He looks like Bill Goldberg.
Right. So honestly, if you want to be for real, think about it like this. This is a game, 4:00 Sunday, between probably the most 2 dysfunctional organizations in football right now.
Yes.
From a front office standpoint, but y'all 4-2. Y'all deserve respect. So, we got to come in there acting like we're playing a 4-2 team.
But we'll never get respect. We're public enemy number 1 in the league, and that's how it always will be.
I ain't public enemy number 1.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because, mind you, y'all played us with Nick Foles. Y'all gave us 7 touchdowns. We played the Washington football team on Monday Night Football a couple years back. Got blown out. We played the Dallas Cowboys. And we get the index card game. We cannot get it's just something about the NFC least. That's what I call them. The NFC least is always something dysfunctional happening when we play that division. It never fails.
And I swore that the NFC East this year was going to be a little bit more competitive, and I'm still seeing the same fucking results. Like,
yeah, it's bad. Yeah, the NFC as a whole. I mean,
I expected Dallas to win the division, and they probably still will. But I really thought that Washington and the Eagles would hang in there. The Giants, I knew were going to be garbage, and I'm just like, yo, what is going on right now?
Nah, the Eagles going to finish second in that division. We learning. You know what I'm saying? Rookie head coach. You know what I mean? Young quarterback. The Giants and Washington don't have an excuse at all. This is why I'm, confident every year, because we have the Giants and Washington in our division. I'm confident every year that if we just get our head on our shoulders, like you talking about the Cowboys too, for real. We got 2 teams in our division that haven't been to an NFC championship game in over 30 years. They're trash. I'm not worried about. No, I've never been worried about. Even Dallas 5-1 right now. I still think they're trash. They're going to hit their brick wall, and they're going to show us all pretty soon.
We gonna help y'all out too on Thanksgiving Day. So we
y'all play dollars on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we got dollars on Thanksgiving.
That's gonna be a good game, yo.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good game. If we don't break y'all spirits, because losing to a 2-4 team, it could really swing the mood.
If we lose this weekend, come back and watch my reaction Monday. I'm telling you right now. Come out and watch my reaction Monday, because I do not play when it comes to these Raiders now.
I'm definitely gonna watch.
I really be critical on a lot of conservative play calling with this defense. I go in on everybody.
Critical is an understatement. I think
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
You're borderline child abuse with how you go in your rants.
I wanted to ask you though, like, can I take this footage and repost this footage? I want to put my folks on, how you boys giving it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to repost this. This was a good one, though, man. I got these contractors about to pull up at my house, so, I hate to cut it short, but, I really appreciate. I really appreciate you guys, for real, man. This was a good one, man. And maybe we could do this again on my channel after we get the dub. And I just want to hear what y'all. I want to hear what y'all got to say.
If you want to go live after the Eagles, just send me the link. We'll head over there.
Right. You know what? We're gonna do that. When lose or draw, I'm gonna invite y'all over to mine. We're gonna talk about what transpired, because I think we got the two most dysfunctional teams in the NFL. We got to talk. We got to have a counseling session after this game.
Our teams are bipolar, man.
Exactly, man. Like I said, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Real talk.
All right, thank you for coming on. We really appreciate that, bro.
All right, bro, man. Be easy, y'all. I'm gonna send the link out to you guys after the game, probably Monday or Tuesday-ish.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, all right, guys.
Be safe.
And shout out to my boy Lloyd Brunson from the Philadelphia Eagles. That guy has a big YouTube channel, almost at 20,000 subscribers. So make sure you go over there and subscribe to Lloyd Brunson. He has good knowledge about the game of football, even if it's not Philadelphia Eagles football. But Hammer, bro, like, you ready for this game this weekend, man?
Hell yeah.
And that's why I had to, he actually lives in Philly. That's why I had to get him on. He actually lives in Philly. So I've been on a few Eagles channels they don't live in Philly. So I had to get it from his perspective as being a Philly native, being an Eagles fan. I cannot wait for this game, bro.
All right, so who's ready for the one chip challenge?
Oh, listen. Come on over. Share this live, y'all. Share this live.
Yo.
You gonna do it right now?
No, not right now. No.
Oh, because I'm about to say, listen, I can link the Hammer's House channel right now.
So, right now we're 25 away from 6. Like I said, the real next milestone is 1,000. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to I wanted to do something this morning, but couldn't. I hopped on with Marion. Tomorrow I should be on. I might try to go on twice. I'm going to try to do something tomorrow morning. I'll try to do one in the evening. If I do it in the evening, tomorrow evening will be, in fact, the one chip challenge. Get your people in there. Get your popcorn ready. Again, we're 25 away from 6, so bring whoever you want in. You guys can enjoy the comedy and watch a Raider podcaster die live.
I thought he would do it now.
Taking a napalm chip. I gotta be at work in 33 minutes. Like, I actually should have been out the door already, but I wanted to come on in, chat it up real quick. Y'all think the Raiders are dysfunctional? I don't. Yes. You didn't hear those words come out of my mouth.
No, I'm just saying, as far as history goes, we are a dysfunctional franchise when it comes to history. If you notice about the Raiders, we always in some shit.
Yep.
We always in some controversy. We always in something. So it's like, what doesn't make us dysfunctional?
I'm gonna roll out because I got to get my ass to work before somebody starts crying. Guys, keep.
I'm gonna head out too because my voice finally came back. I had some tea. My voice was sounding like shit when I first started this live.
Guys, continue to keep my dad and the rest of my family in your thoughts and prayers right now. Just awaiting to hear from mom and what's going on. Like,
yes,
absolutely. I don't even know. I don't know why my stupid ass is going into work right now because I know I'm not going to be myself. Like, I already feel like I'm about to break down now. So let me go. Let me go and knock out these 12 hours. I love you guys. Continue to be safe. Wash your hands and your asses.
We are a bastard child. That's exactly what we are.
My God. And in the words of Logic, put your ego on the shelf and remember, love yourself. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, Hammer, call me, hit me up, bruh. But thank y'all for tuning in to this show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all have prayers up for Hammer and his family to make sure that everything is good there, man. Make sure everybody is safe. Thank y'all so much for being here. It was a great, great show. Shout out to my boy Lord Brunson coming in, talking that Eagles talk, getting ready for the game. It's all good. It's all love. Happy Friday, y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'm not going to be live, but if I do hear some breaking news, I will put the breaking news out there. Y'all know how I do. I make sure I get it out as much as possible. But thank y'all so much, man. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to Lord Brunson and Hammer's house. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. It's the Spotlight Raiders Talk. See you on the next live stream or in the next video. Happy Friday. We out. Peace.
From O-A-K-L-A to L-V, I'm a Raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm a Raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm so nation. No matter the location. From O-A-K-L-A to L-V, I'm a Raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm a Raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm so nation. No matter the location.